Okay, so first try at clay was a learning experience. This is what we ended up with. Okay, so it's kind of like Play-Doh.
Are you ruining my masterpiece?
Kind of like Play-Doh. Very smooth. It's a little stretchy. It's almost like a cross between, it's just softer clay. It might be a little bit difficult to sculpt with, but if nothing else, you can give it to a small child to play with. Anyway, so you are going to need cornstarch, white glue, vegetable oil or baby oil, and some lemon juice. I'm not sure why lemon juice, but it says lemon juice in the recipe. So, are you coming over here? Are you helping or what?
You told me to sculpt something. That's what I'm doing.
Okay, all right. How's my angle? Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
This is my lovely assistant. He is going to start with 1/2 cup
Of cornstarch.
of cornstarch.
Sometimes I gotta finish your sentences.
You said my angle is good. They can't see what you're doing.
You done now?
I'm done. I'm done.
Okay.
I'll judge you again in just a little bit. All right, so you're starting with 1/2 cup of cornstarch.
And right now we're using a 1/4 cup, so I gotta get 2 of these. There's even enough.
If there's not, there's a little bit more in this one. There's some more. Okay, you're gonna need more than that 1/2 cup. You're actually gonna end up using about a whole cup. And here is a 1/2 cup of glue, sir.
1/2 cup of glue.
You can use your spoon to scoop it out.
And now, after we have inserted the glue, what you need to do is stir until you get a nice smooth mixture.
It should look like frosting.
Yes. Maybe a fuzzy frosting, but it should
No,
still
no,
look
we
like
want it
frosting.
smooth and creamy.
I don't know what kind of frosting you're eating, but fuzzy is where it's at.
Yeah.
Especially the green fuzz.
Only
that's
if
the
Layla
best.
helps.
How old is Layla now?
Gosh, we got her in 2011, and she was
3,
4 when we got
4.
her.
I just turned 4. So she has to be around, 12 years old, 13.
I don't know. Yeah.
So in dog years, that would be
Oldest
around.
her. She's old.
She's like 90, 91, 92 years old.
Yeah. She's doing pretty good.
All right, and now, after that nice little conversation, we are getting very close to having our frosting done.
Okay, so there's your consistency right there. Okay. Then we're gonna add 1 tablespoon of baby oil. And 1 tablespoon of lemon juice.
And we got all the lemon juice.
We do have all the lemon juice.
Now, after inserting those 2, ew, you're gross.
Raisins.
Nobody likes raisins. I'm just
raisins.
kidding. People like raisins. They're just not very good.
I like raisins.
I bet you also like wasabi on kale chips, don't you?
Well, it's okay.
See that? She's one of those people.
I'm one of those people. Okay, so we want to stir that all in until we get that nice creamy texture.
And right now you can look and see how creamy all that is.
Mmm, creamy. Okay, so now that that's all mixed together really good, it needs to go in the microwave for 30 seconds. Then we'll take it out and stir it, put it back in for another 30 seconds.
Hold this.
Got it. Here you go. Okay, so while that's in the microwave, we are going to get some more cornstarch.
You did spray the oil back before you put it in the
I did.
All right.
And we're gonna dust this because we're gonna be kneading some dough. This can go in the sink. Hey guys, it's my kitchen. It's where we are now. How's your dough coming along? Ours was a mess the first time, just so you know. We had to remake it to figure out the correct sequence of events so that you guys get clay and not goo. So that came out. He's giving it a good stir, mixing it around really good. And then that will go back in for 30 seconds more. I'm washing. Wash. I'll wash it the rest of the way later. That's fine. Okay.
Now, after we've stirred, we gotta put it in for another 30 seconds.
Yep. 30 more seconds, and then it's coming right back over here. And we found out that we had to modify the process to make it work. So when that comes out, I am going to slowly add and stir in more cornstarch until it looks like pizza crust dough. And then we will start kneading and mixing it with our hands.
I don't know if you're gonna
So make sure your rings are off.
This time.
You don't think so? How's it look? Holy moly. All right.
There you go.
Can you show us some video here?
Yup.
Like, oh my goodness. This
And this is what it
is
should look
completely
like.
different. So this is what it's doing right there. So it's kind of like one big
I think it's time to just go ahead and put it on the
lump of
cornstarch.
stuff. It's very, very hot though.
Oh, yeah.
See it steaming? I think that may have been a little bit too long. See, the first batch that we made, we used we tried to double the size
This
of the
right here.
batch. It did not get this hot.
And it was still very runny when we took it out.
Yeah, it was goo. We had to add so much more cornstarch. Okay, so I don't think we're actually going to need to add any more cornstarch to this. So that's good to know. All right, so it may need to cool a bit. It's still pretty warm.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's good. Perfect, thanks. Okay, so it's not so hot. It's not burning my hands, but I have pretty tough hands. So I am going to, okay, yeah, that's pretty hot. Just kidding. Just kidding. That's very, very hot. You may
Don't
need to
burn
give it a
yourself.
couple minutes. But you can tell, we should have done it this size the first time. My gosh. This is not how it went the first time. It was all bad.
All bad.
All bad. Of course, we made like a ton of, the texture's even different.
Is
Of course,
it?
it's like melting my hands because it's so hot. I'm gonna try to,
Don't burn yourself. If it's
well, I'm gonna smoosh it out and make it thinner. And I don't need any more cornstarch or it's gonna be like too thick to even be clay.
I have a tiny baby clay.
You do have a tiny baby clay. Aww, baby clay. Aww.
Are you making fun of me right now?
No.
My feelings are a bit hurt.
Oh, stop. I had feelings once. It's awful.
I had emotions.
Like worst 30 seconds of my life.
Don't lie, I saw you crying the other day.
just because I was trying to figure out YouTube and Google Classroom. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm going to art it out because art is cheaper than therapy. Okay, so I now have scalding hot Clay dough. And when I pull it apart, it's still a little bit gooey, but I think it gets more solid as it cools off. The other clay got a little bit thicker as it cooled off.
This
so
does have a different
it does. It's almost like rubbery.
Yeah.
It feels like Play-Doh made out of rubber band type stuff. So this is pretty cool. So
I wonder if yours feels the same way as mine does, because I got like plain glue.
here. Well, that's plain
this
glue.
is hot.
I know, right?
Why is this so hot?
Because it just came out of the microwave. So
It does feel the same way though. Oh,
I think this is Sculpteer.
I think it is.
Ooh, all right. So
It seems to hold its shape more.
it does. I think we got a little bit too much cornstarch in that one, and I think it does get like a little stiffer as it cools off. So this is nice. This is good. Okay. So happy sculpting. You can absolutely eat this after it's dry. It takes about a day or two to dry, and you should be able to, if you touch it and it feels room temperature, it should be dry all the way through. Just paint it with acrylic paint. You don't have to bake it in the oven. And there we go. So to store this, what you want to do is spray some pan spray in a Ziploc bag and just put it in there. It'll keep it from drying out. And that way the pan spray will make it just come right back out of that bag and work a little bit more moisture into that as well. So this was the batch we did earlier. And yeah.
Yeah, some more baby glue.
Yeah, this is way, way more elastic. I like this way better. So if you oops at first, try again. It'll be all right. So just so you know, doubling the batch is ineffective.
Very.
So don't do it. It's a trap. And that's it. That's all I got. Good luck. Send me pictures of your sculptures or your epic fails. I'll if I'm able to edit it in, I'll show you some of our boo-boos from the first round. Good luck, guys.